You pick them up. Bring out you the count on. You whine me. You whine me. Check out.
Welcome back. Yes, that was, maybe you know her. Did you see her doing that leapfrog? She must be very, very fit. Her name is actually Wofai Ewa. She's an actress, a television presenter, an internet sensation, and she's popularly known for her skits. Well then. Wofai, good morning. You must be very fit.
I am.
Because I was watching you do that thing, that leapfrog, and I'm thinking, how old is she that she can do this for so long? Even after the Punisher has left, she's still hopping up and down.
Growing up, that was my punishment, so I'm used to it.
That means you were naughty.
Well, not naughty. Maybe stubborn, yeah. Well, every African kid did that, I'm sure. You did that.
I'm sure I did. I didn't do any leapfrogs. I didn't do any leapfrogs. You must have been a naughty little girl.
Well,
and now, how do you juggle all these things that you do? Being a comedian, being a presenter, and I understand you also own a restaurant. You are a very busy woman.
I am. I am.
So how do you juggle all of this?
I think whenever I think of where I'm coming from, I just want to work because I hate poverty. I don't want to go back to where I was. So that just makes me say, oh, Wofai, you have to keep working. You have to keep working. And then I want to retire early. Now that I have the strength to juggle around, let me just do it. I'm still young.
This is instructive. This is a lady who thinks of where she comes from and she's prepared to work hard not to go back to that place.
Yeah, basically, that's what inspires me.
This is a lesson because I'm sure there are many girls out there who will see other ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of
there are
getting
other easier ways, actually.
Exactly.
Do they come? Do those easier ways? Do they come? Because some will say those easier ways are easily presented to you being a lady. So how come you don't take them?
Because I'm trying to make a mark. I'm trying to live even when I'm not here anymore. I'm trying to create something for my generation. And the easy way does not give you that asset. So I want to pass through the hard way.
Also an asset.
It doesn't give you the peace of mind as well.
Okay, so...
Okay.
So seeing that, first of all, did you ever, growing up, did you ever think that you'll be considered a comedian or even an actor?
No, but my parents used to say I was really funny growing up, that I was a clown. So growing up, I watched myself, especially when I was in school. People tend to laugh a lot. If I'm not in class, the whole place is dull. And when I come, start cracking jokes, people start laughing. Okay, maybe I'm actually funny. Maybe I'm actually a comedian. And then I started doing this Instagram skit. Then Instagram was like 15 seconds. So I started putting some things online. And people loved it. I said, okay, let's see how it goes. And that's how I started.
So you started doing 15-second skits, and now you have like 2-3 minutes
Yes.
with Instagram TV. Did it change how much input you... Did it change the perception of people of you, or did it change your thinking about it?
I think the two minutes made us relax, because you have to edit, you have to put in everything. You know, when you edit a 15 seconds video and it has to be funny and it has to be on time, it makes you more creative, it makes you accurate. But now you're just relaxed because you know you can just pack all the junks and put it in 2 minutes. So we started the whole Instagram thing. And it wasn't easy then.
So you're missing the 15 seconds, or you're...
No, I'm not missing it.
Because it meant more work.
Yes, I'm not missing it. You know how you just shoot like full-length video and you just take out 15 seconds? It's so annoying. That's why I had to open a YouTube page where you just go and watch the longer version. And people enjoyed it because in 15 seconds you've laughed and your data is less. Now things are boring actually. You watch and if it's not funny, you just skip. But then everything was just accurate.
Okay, so this like the skit we saw earlier, the Okada, what do you call it?
Kada girl.
Okada girl.
Oh my God.
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Ugep in Cross River State.
Okay.
People say I'm Calabar boy. Well, yeah,
Okay.
it's part of Cross
Did
River.
you live in Calabar?
I lived in Ugep. I grew up in Ugep and I lived in Calabar, yeah, because I went to Unical, University of Calabar. So, yeah.
So you saw the Okada movement. Is that what inspired this Okada girl?
This Kada girl was not even in Calabar, it was in the village. Those guys are rugged.
Is that where you learned to ride the Okada?
Yes, so my dad had a bike. So
Please don't say you stole his bike.
I didn't steal it, but I was so adventurous. Adventurous.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that English?
Adventurous, yeah.
Adventurous. So whenever he goes out and he leaves the bike there, I just want to just do something because I'm hyperactive. And that's how I started learning how to do it. So when he saw me on the road one day, he just cleared his eyes like, who just passed? And then he saw that it was me. He beat me up though. That I should never try that. If not, he's scared for my life and everything. But
Yeah.
that's why I said I was stubborn. I kept doing it. And everything I've learned, I try to utilize it right now. Because then they saw it as me being stubborn. For me, I thought it was punishment. Because each time they see me on the road, they flog me. I'm like, okay, all this pain I went through, how about I just use it now? And that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. You said you went to Unical.
ma'am.
Now, tell us about you before Unical.
Me before Unical. Okay. I was just a girl in the village. After I finished I wrote my WAEC. I wrote JAM the first time.
In Ugep.
In Ugep.
Yep.
It was no, because I had to meet up to the cutoff point in Unical for the course I chose. I passed my JAM. Tried it the second time, it was a no.
What course did you choose?
I chose... Okay, my dad actually wanted me to study medicine and surgery. And I told him, look at me well. Just take a look. How? How? So if I'm a doctor now and I decide to give you an injection, will you let me? I said, don't do that. We tried the JAM. It didn't work. So I tried theater arts, and it worked. And then I went to school. I went to Unical. Went to Calabar to study. So,
So if I want to give you an injection, will you let me?
Okay, so you did theatre arts, and since then, but all that you were doing, was it before theatre arts, or theatre arts helped you to?
yeah, theater arts actually did, but it did because it just made me know that I was in the right path. It helped me. I'm already funny, and then being in a place where you're free to do anything you want, it just helped my creativity.
Was that when you started the skit?
I started the skit before I went into school, but just sparingly, because I didn't see it as something that would blow up at some point. It was just me playing around. And then when I saw the interaction online, I'm like, okay, and I was still in school. So whenever I have time, I just do one or two things and post. I did skits a lot in school, then I was posting them. And then when I post these things, people reach out to me while I was still in school. People from Lagos, oh, you're funny, we want to cast you for a role. Are you in Lagos? I'm like, no, I'm still in school. They're like, whenever you come, let us know. Those calls kept coming in. So now when they call, I'm like, are you in Lagos? I'm like, yes. When do you need me? Tomorrow. I'll enter the bus and move. So I try to make myself available because I knew at the end of the day, what I'm studying is still part of what they are calling me for. So I was always coming off and on. So that made me know that immediately I graduate, I have to leave.
But did you graduate?
How about now?
It's just a question.
I did, of course I did.
You started tasting money while you're in school. So let's know.
No, I wasn't making money then, no. I wasn't making money.
Fame, but you were tasting fame, sort of.
Yeah. And when my parents came for my graduation, they just went to the book, serial number, Ewa. They checked, said, okay, congratulations.
She passed.
She passed.
God.
But yes, I graduated. I was good though. I was very good in school. Go and ask my VC now. Looking at me like that.
VC?
Yes, he knows me.
The VC knows you.
Yes, when surveillance gets me by the gate.
When
Well, I don't
the
think the
security...
VC knew me. I was in the University of Ibadan. I was one of a sea of faces, you know.
So you mean you were reported to the VC several times, or is it that he met you several times?
Please, let's skip to
Breaking the law.
I didn't break any law. I was just kidding.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Okay, there was one time, so in my school, you're supposed to dress in a particular way. And me then, I thought I was rugged. So I wore a jean, Timberland, baggy. So they just held me from the gates. They just carried me, put into the truck and took me to the VC's office. And that's when I met
So what
him.
was the conversation like with the VC?
He was like, who are you? I said, I'm a student. Which department? I said, I'm in theater. I said, oh, I see. Just take her back. Because my department is just fun. We dance, we play, we act. So it was just part of me. So immediately he saw that I'm from there. He just told them to take me back. And that was when I met him.
Those mad people.
Exactly.
Okay, but Wofai, you've graduated. You've made something of yourself. And you said you want to leave a mark, even beyond here.
Yeah.
Is it that easy? But don't bother answering. We'll go on a quick break to give you time to think about it. And we'll come back in a moment. Just stay with us. Thank you. We still have Wofai Ewa or Wofai Fada in the house. That's what a lot of people call it. Okay, Wofai, I asked
You
a question.
pronounce my name so well.
He has
I'm from there now. What's going to worry you? You want me to say I'm a village boy?
You're a village boy in the big city.
In the big city. Okay, I asked a question about how easy it's been for you. I mean, seeing that the easy way is there. You could just do it. And nobody would even know. Mm-hmm. But you've chosen to follow this path. How easy is it for you? Especially, I'll ask you a question. Balancing all of this.
I really do not know how I do it, to be honest, because
You just do it.
I just do it. I wake up in the morning, I go on set. Flatmate is like 9 to 5. You shoot till 5. From there, I go to the restaurant to see how everywhere is.
Do you shoot every day?
Yeah, we do. But there are some days I'm not on set though, but some days, 1 week straight, Monday to Friday.
Wow.
And it can drive you insane. So from there, you have to go to the restaurants to see clients that are complaining. It's just a lot, so I don't know how I do it. And I still have to keep up with the online presence, do the skits, because that's what really brought me out, and I don't want to forget that part.
Yeah.
So,
do you do any cooking in the restaurant?
yes,
yourself?
I cook, yeah. As long as I'm there, I do all the. I actually give them all the recipes, because where I'm from, people here don't know that, don't know my recipes. I learned all of them from my grandma. My grandma used to have a canteen, so I watched her. So I literally taught them how to do everything. So I have to always be in the kitchen.
Mm. Who does the shopping? Because I've seen pictures of you in the market. You go to buy the stuff yourself as well?
I have someone that does the shopping, but I had to go to the market one time because he goes to the market and comes back at night. And I'm like, what do you do there? So I needed to go see what was happening there. Maybe they always have a meeting or something. So when I got there and I came back like 2 hours after, that was what, I'm like, what do you go to the market to do?
And what did he say?
Would they ever say anything reasonable? So once in a while I go to the market to do the groceries. So it's a lot of, I don't even know how to sit down in one place. I swear.
If you had a choice, what would it be?
If I had a choice, I'll be a footballer. Probably be playing.
Jesus.
What?
You would be a footballer. Why?
I love football. And there is money in it. And it's easy.
Wow. So what has stopped you from being a footballer?
Because I was becoming too stiff. I was becoming very masculine. So I had to stop. I used to play football growing up.
Well, for the reasons that you just gave, you could have still been a footballer and got all the benefits which you saw in it.
My sisters actually discouraged me. Because my dad just, He wanted me to live the life he didn't live, probably, because from being a doctor to being a footballer, you know, the way I was raised up was really messed up. I was raised up as a tomboy because he wanted a boy so bad, and my mom kept producing females. So he's like, okay, you have to be something.
Something boyish.
Yes, so it was really tough for me. So I had
but would being a bit muscular, would it have been too much of a price to pay for being a successful footballer?
Well, if you're too, I wanted to still be a baby girl, you know.
You had to make up your mind.
I had to make up my mind. So the whole football thing, I had to let it go. And I love the part I'm in, though. I love it.
So if you had a message in 10 seconds for anybody out there, that's your camera, deliver.
Leave your comfort zone. That's all. Leave. I mean, before I left, I knew that was not where I belong. I needed to move. I needed to and see where I am today. So some people are just comfortable. You're just there because you're seeing small things. Just move. Basically.
Okay, Wofai Fada, thank you very much for coming, and we do wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we shall look out for you in My Flatmates.
And the restaurants, of course. I'm writing a book that will be published October 1st of I'm teaching people how to cook, basically. And I also have a YouTube. I have videos that I'll be posting on YouTube. For the people that don't want to read, you watch and learn how to cook. So that's coming up soon too.
Okay, so you're a very busy woman. Keep working hard. Wofai Fada, thank you very much for coming. And that wraps up our show for today. Thank you for having spent the last 3 hours odd with us. My name is Alero Edu, wishing you all the best and looking forward to seeing you, well, not seeing you, being with you next week.
And I'm Neil Tagwe. Thank you so much. Again, be the best you can be. Love your neighbor as yourself. Please stay safe, wash your hands, wear your face mask, social distance, live your life, and as Wofai said, leave your comfort zone and go do something with yourself. Bye-bye.